So I was lying in bed one night, as you do, and I couldn't sleep, and my mobile phone was beside me. I know I shouldn't have it in my bedroom and all those things. And I accidentally like knocked the phone, and all of a sudden I'm in this clubhouse room. And I was like, oh, okay, how did that happen? So and then I heard this woman's voice, and I was like, who is that? And she was talking about singing and how she used to work for Cirque du Soleil, and she was sharing us all this amazing, like it was an amazing workshop on how to use your voice. And me being a speaker, I was fascinated. And then she invited me to speak, and it was like an instant connection. And that was how I met the amazing woman that I want to introduce you to tonight, who is Julia Langley. And had I not have rolled over in the bed last night or that night, I don't know if we would be here. But wait till you hear what's happened to this woman since that time. It's absolutely incredible. And when amazing, unexpected, well, you could say unexpected or you could say fate, all of those things happen. I think we all need to hear about them because everybody has a story like this in themselves. You may not be expecting it right now. You may not believe in it. But if you're an entrepreneur and you want to grow your business and you believe that success is for you, listen to this. You're going to love it. Wildly inspiring. Julia, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody so they know who you are?
Hi, thank you for having me today, Maura. I love that story just because it just shows that you never know the moment or the time when you come in contact with someone who can change your life or someone whose life you can change. So I'm sure you didn't know that when you rolled over. I'm about to change this girl's life. But you really did. And I'll tell you, the truth is, I have worked for Cirque du Soleil. My name is Julia. I have worked for Cirque du Soleil for 17 years. All right. I've sung all around the world. Very exciting. Very exciting. I am also a coach, and I have established a program called Singing for Success. But I was at that point in my business where I needed to make some changes, and I just didn't know how to do it. I had about 2 years ago, I had an accident that really shifted my way of thinking a little bit. It also stopped me in my tracks. It sort of set me back, if you will, where I had to come back again and overcome all of these obstacles. But in that process, it changed my mindset a little bit and it shifted my thinking. It really brought out my passion to want to help other people, but I didn't know how to do it. That's the thing. I didn't know how. And so I'm working in these clubhouse rooms. I'm doing so many different things. I'm really trying to get my
Mm.
name out there. And then I meet Maura. And her Speak More, Make More challenge, I joined that and I started listening to what she was saying. And it resonated so much with me because it simplified things for me in my brain. So what was here, it gave me this like if you will, a roadmap to start to follow where you could actually measure things and you could actually see the success down the road, a way to
Mm.
achieve it. And it
Mhm.
put really so many things in place for me. So I started working on them one by one by one. And then I started working on my message and I started working on where I was speaking and whom I was speaking
So I
to
want to I
and
want to touch
so
on
forth
the
and so on.
messaging
Let
piece. Let's touch on that because this is a huge sort of stumbling block for entrepreneurs. And bless a lot of them, they just don't get it. They don't get the difference between a description of what you do and talking about your process and what exactly a marketing message what is and how it can impact their business. So after you did the challenge, we created a whole new message for you. And you went from being singing teacher, helping people with their voices to sing better and things like that, to being share with everybody now what you do.
Well, now what I do is I work with speakers, singers, and other high level performers. So it just opened up a whole world to me. But I work with those people, anyone who might suffer from stage fright or from fear. I help them gain confidence, overcome those roadblocks in their own mind that's keeping them from having commanding performances. It's keeping them from making more money, keeping them from pursuing their dreams. So that's what I'm doing now. And I'm getting to see transformations in different different people, and it fuels me even more.
Absolutely. And it just completely shifted how you were offering your services. And you even had moments where people were saying, "Oh, is that what you do?" Because everybody seen you as a singing teacher. And, we don't, there's no shame in this for people who are out there singing. But when Julia explained to me the impact she was having on people's lives by helping them win competitions, make dreams come true, help them stand in front of thousands of people where they'd once be standing there shaking and really letting themselves down in terms of their performance. I was just like, that's a way bigger deal. And when we changed that around, now in your first month, you closed 15,000 in sales, right?
Did, yes, it's so exciting.
Yes. So give it up
I
for
changed
Julie,
the
everybody, if
messaging,
you're
I
watching the replay.
packaged.
It's so
Thank
brilliant
you.
though, isn't
Yeah, it
it?
was super exciting, and it was confident. It is, and it was
Mm,
confidence for me because I was like, you know, I finally felt like, okay, I am offering something. This is what people want. And I it so it was just great for me. And again, it was jet fuel for me to keep going and to get even better and better at what I'm doing. And so it's a work in progress, but it's amazing.
absolutely. Always, always. And so, Juliet, you joined the Speak More, Make More Challenge as a VIP, which meant we got to spend lots of one-on-one time together because you were a speaker. You were a very successful keynote speaker traveling around the country. I know you had the setback with the accident, which, there's blessings in everything because look at you now, of course. It's hard to see that at the time. But for someone who was already speaking, and perhaps thought you knew what there was to know about speaking, what did the challenge open up for you? What was the breakthroughs that you had during that time?
Well, a lot of it was my own perception of my abilities and what I could do, what I could take on, what I could accomplish. So it all starts with making that decision. So this was big, big, big for me, is actually realizing that to have others invest in me, I needed to invest in myself. And that
Mm,
sounds so simple. It's a simple concept, but really I wasn't doing that. And so
mm,
that was the first step for me, was to learn, Julia,
mhm,
you have to invest in yourself. You have to believe in this. And so I started shifting
mm,
my own mindset, and it's made a huge difference because I know that what I'm doing works. I've seen it over and over and over again. So the confidence should have been there, but we always tend to doubt ourselves and wonder if we're good enough. And so that's what I help other people do, is to get through those challenges. And I understand them
mm.
because I've been there.
And a mentor once said to me way back in like 2016, 2015, and she was saying, all you all want is confidence. Well, the thing that's going to get you the best and the biggest amount of confidence is to go out there and get properly paid for what you do. And I was like sitting there at the time, barely charging $50 an hour for my services as well. And my jaw kind of dropped. And I was just like, and there was me investing in such a high level at myself. And I was just like, well, then this can work both ways. And like you, I just made a decision. I was like, I need this to be higher level, because also people also they appreciate it more as well. And I find that people who invest themselves at any sort of program, if it's high enough and if they really feel the investment, they do more work, they show up. People think that doing things
That's
like there's all these free things, and I'm not knocking free things, but it's not always the best answer. Just being able to invest a little in yourself so you can get in the room with the other people who are really going places, because that rubs off on you. Right? Jim Rohn said that you are the average of the 5 people that you're hanging out with. And if we all look around, and actually, me and you had a conversation like this about the people in your circle and what they were telling you to charge. And I remember thinking, yeah, you can add another couple of zeros to that. And you were like, what? And I was like, yeah, whoever's talking to you, that's not the mindset you need to be around. You need to be around way higher level people. And you were so coachable. You were like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, yes, I know. And literally a couple of months later, and you did add those couple of zeros.
I saw that it could happen, you know. I was like, "Boy, you're not gonna believe this, Maura." And she's like, "Yes, I am gonna believe it because I've seen it work." But I'm truly a testament to it. And I do want to add more. I mentioned this to you earlier. I did a podcast today, and this person and I have done this podcast 3 times because we had some tech problems. My first time was back in November, right? Back before I did the Speak More and Make More challenge. And she said to me today, I don't know what has shifted. Something has shifted in you since the first time we did your podcast. There's something about your programs. There's something just about your approach and the way that you talk about your programs that has shifted. And my eyes got big. So what I'm saying is this is something that I've sort of internalized over the last couple of months, and it's starting to show up in the
Mhm.
way I speak, in the way I work, in the way I interact with others. So it's not just
Mm,
a process or it's not just a program, but it's kind of a lifestyle, if you will. It's a way of
mhm.
approaching things, a new world order, if you will, a new way of looking at my career and my dreams and my job
Yes.
and my desire to help other people.
Yes.
Um,
I love that
it was a
because
epiphany.
absolutely. And what's so important is there's so many coaches and consultants out there trying to change everybody's world when inside they have no money, they have no self-worth, they know that they're not charging that much. Some of them probably don't even want to enroll clients because it's going to mean working for peanuts. And that comes through subconsciously when they're then on calls and they're not being confident and closing their sales and all of that stuff. But yes, you change your world first, and you have certainly changed your world. And not only that, I'm just, so delighted for all of the people that you're going to work with because how their lives are going to be changed. There's going to be champions and winners and keynote speakers and all sorts of things rolling around because you made a decision to bet on you, right?
That's right.
I love
That's exactly right.
it. And the
But I
whole
listened. I
thing
listened to that. I was just
exactly.
saying I listened to that voice that was saying, "There's something here with you."
There's something
That
more.
chance encounter, there was something more there. Yeah.
I know. And this was all, guys, just to bring you back to the story. This is all because I rolled over in bed and accidentally ended up in a clubhouse room and met Julia. And it was just like, boom. And it was like, that was it. I was like, this woman is going places. You're like an example of one of the best kept secrets. Like nobody, like not enough people knew, but now that you're going to be out there speaking more, you're already doing podcasts, you're in Clubhouse all the time. That's the whole thing with speaking. People think that they're going to learn by, doing short courses on like, how to write a talk and things like that. And those things are important. But if you're not speaking, that stuff doesn't matter. You learn more about speaking by speaking. Right? And
I
today,
say it all
right?
the time. Yes, speaking, singing, it doesn't matter, teaching, doing whatever it is you do, you get better by doing. You have to
Yeah.
understand the basics, but you got to put it into some practice and get out there and do the dirty work. You really have to, if you want to call it, just for lack of semantics, lack of better expression, I guess, but get your hands dirty. You got to get in there because you're going to make
Oh, you do.
mistakes and just correct as you go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me, what would you say to, because there's some people watching that are thinking about joining the Speak More, Make More challenge. It's coming up on Monday. So that's the 21st of February. And you can join for no cost whatsoever in a general admission, or you can do what Julia did and jump into the VIP, which means that you get 5 additional hours of coaching on your business. So we can take your business to a whole other level and really instill in you the beliefs and the understanding that you need about your business so that you can add a couple of zeros to your bottom line. How amazing would the rest of this year be if you could do that? Think about that. So, what would you say to somebody who's thinking about joining the Speak More, Make More challenge, Julia?
I would tell them, first of all, don't miss the challenge, period. Do it every day. Make sure you schedule it and do it. Number two, I would definitely recommend the VIP. First of all, it's a
Mm,
lot of coaching at a very low price. All right. A lot of information that you get. So much information. In fact, now that I have been working with Maura, I still go back and listen in on the Speak More, Make More challenge. All right. I do it because every single time I do it, I learn something new. I catch something that I didn't catch before. I can tell you it will be worth your while to do the VIP for certain, because not only is it extra coaching at a good value, but it is also a very what's a personalized, that's the word I couldn't think of it for a second.
yeah,
Personalized. You can ask
yeah.
those questions that you have and really get some personalized attention. It's priceless, to be honest.
It really is. And, guys, you get the entire speaking framework that I've used to take my business from being 10K in debt and then discovering speaking, and 2 years later, taking my business to multiple six figures. And I'm a girl from a small town in Ireland, right? I'm not someone who was famous before, nowhere near it, but I have been able to speak on lots of stages. Most of you don't know how to find stages, how to position yourself on stage so people see you as the expert. And if you follow the steps that I'm going to be sharing with you in this challenge, you will be on more stages than you ever thought possible if you obviously do the work. You'll make more money, you'll get to live your dream. And the part I love, if you can make the money to live your dream, that means that you're helping other people live theirs because they're investing in you. And you're going to do that all from the stage. And I know it's in your heart to do it to what if you're watching this and you're watching what I'm doing. And especially if you've already signed up for the challenge, I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be amazing. Speaking is a stunningly rewarding business. It's simple, it's powerful, it's highly profitable, but it's not an easy one to navigate alone. So instead of spending months, even years trying to figure it out, spend 5 days with me on the Speak More, Make More challenge. And if you're really serious, you will not even think twice about jumping into the VIP, where you get a whole lot of other coaching and lots of bonuses as well. But I would love to see you there, and I would love to see this year being your breakthrough year as well, just like it was for Julia. So thank you so much, Julia. I can't wait to see what happens with you. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we close?
I just want to say I came into 2022 ready to go and very empowered and very clear. And I want to just say a big shout out and thank you to Maura for that clarity and for the empowerment that she gave me to go forward in the year. So I'm reverse engineering 2022 and can't wait to see what it brings as well.
You are. I can really feel that. It's brilliant. Thank you so much, Julia. And I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. See you on the challenge. Go to the link. I'll drop it below. Bye.
Bye.